Hi guys.
Hi, I'm Elena and welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my beautiful mom,
Sister.
big sister.
Hey guys, I'm Camille, Melisha Camille to be exact, and I'm the mum of this lovely girl. So she's got a few questions for me, so let's get into it.
Alright, I had put a questionnaire on my Instagram. A few persons answered to it and I added a few questions for myself. So the first question someone asked was, do you drink tea a lot? Seeing that she's from England.
I do. I drink about 6 to 8 cups of tea a day and biscuits, so it's difficult to stay slim. And I have 6 sugars in my tea. So
we only drink tea out here when I'm morning time and then I try to bust gas and she just drink.
Oh no, tea's a rite of passage. If you basically said to someone in England, I don't drink tea, you're basically a weirdo. Like, you're not right, you're an alien. Like, something's wrong with you. If you say, oh no, I don't drink tea, or tea's disgusting, I would personally be like, oh, okay, don't want to be friends. Is what it is. I'm a tea girl.
And crackers.
Well, no, we don't eat crackers.
Biscuits.
We have tea and crumpets, or tea and biscuits, or digestives, which is also biscuits with chocolate on top of it.
So like, okay, someone else asked, have you ever been to a bachelor party in England?
Yes, I actually used to party a lot. Believe it or not, I used to be in the dancehall scene, very big into it a lot. And then one day I woke up and I was paying money for my nails, my hair, outfit every time. I didn't pay to go into the club because I was a hot girl, hype girl. And a mate of mine said to me, why are you always going out on the weekend and spending so much when you could fly out and go somewhere different? And I thought, ooh, interesting. And it hit me, and I went away for a weekend for £200, including the flight, the luggage, the hotel, and spending money. And from that day forward, I go to parties maybe once in a blue moon. If I say to my friend, oh, I'm going to a dancehall party, they'll be like, oh, are you alright? And I'll be like, yeah, I'm going. They'll be like, I don't think you're going to turn up. But I just felt like, if I'm going to use the same amount of money to go to a dancehall party, and I'm not going to enjoy myself, because in England nobody really dances. They watch each other, what they're wearing, who they come in with. Nobody's dancing, so I'm the only one like rocking myself away, and they probably think something's wrong with me because I'm rocking to every tune. Because I feel like if I go to a party and I get out of my bed, I need to be enjoying that party. So I need to be rocking. And I mean, I'm not a great dancer, but when I feel like I want to dance and I do my little moves and they're looking at me like, raw, what the hell is wrong with her? I'm like, I didn't come here to stare at people. I came here to have a good time. So instead, I travel and I go places nobody knows me. So when I'm doing my mad ass moves, people are like, whoa, okay, she can dance. And I'm like, yeah. But when I do in England, people are like, oh no, you can't dance, stop it. You know, but
so you do it somewhere where you know they're not going to see you again.
They're not going to see me again, and they don't know if I'm doing it right or not. So to them, I'm doing a great job. Like, I'll give you a joke here. Went to this party, and I've been drinking, and I feel nice, and I was like, this twerking song came on, I was like, I'm gonna fuck this shit up. And I was twerking my ass off, and people were videoing and everything, and I was like, I'm good, yeah. And then the security came over and he said, you alright? And I said, what do you mean? He's like, I thought you was having a fit. I'm twerking, and he's like, oh mate, that's not twerking. He said to me, tell you taking a fucking piss. They came to me and said, somebody said I was having a fit. And I was actually thinking I was doing such a great job twerking. I thought I was like, picking that shit up. But apparently I looked like this when I was doing it. And I thought I looked like Megan Thee Stallion, like, get that shit up. But instead I was like, and they actually thought I was having a stroke or a fit, and I was like, oh man. I also put out a message that anyone who uploads it, I will sue them. So only thing that saved me, because they look at my face and think, yeah, that bitch is serious. So yeah.
Period. Okay, someone asked, well, them say England basically is like a central for clerks. They asked if you had any, or if you wear them.
I've never owned a pair of Clarks, unfortunately. There is 4 Clark store near my house. However, because I'm average height, I feel like somebody such as myself should not wear flat shoes like Clarks and stuff. So I mainly wear heels, because petite, average height people like myself tend to wear heels. So no, I do not own a pair of Clarks, and I don't think I'll ever own a pair of Clarks, if I'm honest. It's just not my cup of tea.
Well, it's my cup of tea. Me love Clarks.
Really? Oh no, it's not me.
I feel like it get like a gangster, especially when I foot small.
Yeah, but I tried the gangster thing. It don't look weird on me.
Yeah, on you. Cause you're girly. You're fully girly.
Yeah, what can I say? I am a girl.
So I try to say.
No, you're a girl, obviously. I know that. I had you. But otherwise, I'll be like, oh.
That's disrespectful.
It's disrespectful. Very disrespectful.
Alright, so she had me on her 15th birthday. So I'm a gift.
Yeah.
Special, yeah. The first question is, these are my questions, I always wanna know, is how did you find out that you were pregnant?
Oh dear. So I found out because I missed my period, and I convinced myself there's no way in hell I am pregnant after sleeping with this guy one time. It's not possible. One time. And I thought, nah, I'm not gonna be that girl that the one shot and I'm dead. Unfortunately, I was that girl. One shot and this came. This is what I got. And yes, I had her on my birthday. So we actually share the same birthday, unfortunately, because I no longer get gifts. She gets them all. And I remember on when I gave birth to her, I was very upset on that day, because it was also the day of my birthday and my baby shower. And I was really upset, and my water had broken, but I refused to go to the hospital because I didn't want to miss out on the food, and I didn't want to miss out on the presents. And I was like, no, she can wait, no, it's okay, she can wait. And she didn't want to wait at all. She wanted to come out, and I was so upset. And I said to my mum, back out so I food them, really come to the hospital with your God. We can't miss all the food them. And I was proper crying, and I was like, what my phone? What my presents? Oh yeah, fun fact. When I was pregnant, I would cook, or my parents would cook like 5 pounds of chicken foot for me, because that's one of the things I only wanted to eat, and ackee and saltfish. So when Elena was born, she actually had a birthmark with a chicken foot on her. And my mum used to say, Jesus Christ, every day I eat the chicken foot, I want every minute it never come out look like chicken foot. Me can't believe me don't want to buff and the picnic. And I was like, Mum, I love chicken foot, so curry chicken foot, French fried chicken foot. I don't know if anyone else ever had French fried chicken foot, but me have French fried chicken foot, curry chicken foot, brown stew chicken foot, stew pea chicken foot, every kind of chicken foot you can think of. I ate that when I was pregnant with her.
So you boil the chicken foot and then French fry it? So
you boil it and till it's soft. Then you'll make it cool down, season it, and then you'll put it like French fry. Yeah, everything like your French fry. So
that probably tough.
No man, you boil it and cook it. No man, I was a chef on chicken foot, you know.
All right, the next question is, how did my grandfather find out that you were pregnant? Well, grandma and grandpa.
So your grandma was in London at the time, and I didn't actually tell her. I told one of my close friends, which I'm not friends with anymore, and she told her mum, mix up, and her mum called my mum and told my mum, and then immediately my mum and my sister got to fly for me to go to England, and I was already showing and everything and didn't get to go because they were like, no, you can't. And I was like, right. And then granddad found out because of that, because I lived with my dad because my mom was away, and he was very upset. He didn't speak to me for the whole entire pregnancy at all. Morning, nothing. He was so disappointed, he was so upset. However, when the baby was born, this one couldn't hold her. I couldn't get a moment in. My dad was with the baby 24/7. The baby would be like, give me her, man. Child, you not even know for water properly. He was gone with the baby. I would wake up in the middle of the night, can't find the baby. Him gone outside, gone say the baby need cool air, gone what baby. This same man, you know, that didn't talk to me the entire pregnancy, was all of a sudden is the baby father. Gone with the baby. Me lie down, him the baby gone. Change baby, this, that. I was like, raw. So he basically took over. Was the baby man? I said, watch out, she pretty. I mean, she look like, you know. So yeah, he didn't talk to me for the whole pregnancy, but the moment that Elena was born, that was it. She was his girl. Still his girl, because boy, he's overprotective of her like crazy, and she will forever be a baby. I mean, I don't baby her that much, like just a little bit, I think. I mean, you know, I have to baby you so I feel younger.
So me don't want to feel younger. But then I say, yeah, baby, I'm supposed to do this, to the food.
I mean, saying that, I'm a very, very open-minded mother. I'm very down to earth. I'm very open-minded. I'm very easygoing, like average sort of like person, like, you know.
She gave more of a big sister vibe.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm the sort of girl or mum that I would rather her talk to me about something than go talk to somebody else about it and then hear it from somebody else. But I'm also a beastly. So when I say I'm a beastly, it means that I'm an overprotective mum of a cub. So I'll be the first one to run in on somebody like, what? That's my child, you know? Like, some guy was saying something to him, and I was like, dude, do you love your life? You need to chill. Take several seats over there. Not having it. So I can be beastly as well.
Awesome. How did my father react to you being pregnant?
Told him, and he said, okay. That was it. And I personally think he knew exactly what he was doing, because he pursued me for such a long time and I weren't really interested in him that much. He was like a popular boy and I like popular boys, but I felt like he wasn't popular enough. And then I got to like him because he's a nice guy. So I felt like it was deliberate, and he knew exactly, because he was older than me. I felt like he knew exactly what he was doing. So when I told him, he was like, okay. And at the time, he was in Toronto, and then he came back to Jamaica in time for me to have her, and he was at the hospital. So
He's not here anymore. Has opinion.
well, no, but the thing is, we're better off without him.
Yeah, facts.
We are better off without him, because I'm your mum and your dad, and I'm not going to put your dad down, because I would still like you to get to know him. However, I don't believe in men that feel like in order for them to have a relationship with their child, the female, the mum, has to be sleeping with such person. I don't agree with it, and I personally outgrew him, so it is what it is.
Okay, my next question is, what was the hardest thing about being pregnant at 14?
I think the hardest thing was, morning sicknesses was bad, but bloody hell, the rumors, Jesus Christ. I got given at least 12 baby fathers. It's like a raffle. I was like, I bet you is this person, I bet you is that person, I bet at one point it was my cousin. And I was just like, okay, you people are psycho. So that was, I think that was the hardest part. Like, my friends even talking to other people about it behind my back, because I've always been private about my personal life since a teenager, and I've stayed the same way now. And it's one of my biggest flaws, because I always feel like my personal life doesn't need to be public. So I'm very private, and I'm very somewhat secretive, not because I'm ashamed, but I just feel like when your business is out there, people are always trying to bring negativity and tell you stuff to put that relationship down, or to expose something that's not there, and then they plant ideas in your head, and then you start thinking things that wasn't there before. So I feel like if I'm in a committed relationship and we're good together, I don't need outside influence in my relationship, because then there's too many people in the relationship and then it fails. So for me, the hardest thing was the rumors, especially by my friends. However, I'm not friends with these girls anymore, and they've all had 3, 4, 5, 6 kids.
And Jesus had 2.
And I've had 2. And I've seen these people, by the way. And I showed you one today.
Yeah.
And dear God,
They all look the same age.
they look about 20 years older than me. They look rough. And nothing against fat people. I love me some fluffies. Some of my friends are fluffies, but they did not take care of themselves. I am big on health, wellness, and taking care of myself. Hence the reason why big sister over here, you know. So it's the rumors, but I got over it, and the people that were doing all of this is not in a better position than me. They don't look better than me, and me and my daughter could pass for twins, which I'm very proud of.
Yeah.
And we're like practically the same height too.
So this would be a follow-up question. It was suggested.
Mm-hmm.
They asked, how do you keep yourself looking young, even though
That's a rough one. So even though I'm very down to earth, I can be somewhat spoiled sometimes. So I believe in self-care. So I will spend money on like the proper makeup remover, self-care kit for my face, for my body, you know. I mean, I take care of myself, but I don't go out of my way to spend like an hour doing all this. I spend like 5 minutes a day. But over years, it becomes such a routine, your body, everything just blends in together. So at my age, I don't have any wrinkles yet.
I will not stress ourselves enough.
Yeah. So at my age, I'm lucky enough where I don't have any wrinkles yet. I don't have that many flaws. So I always say to her that if a guy is chatting her up and a guy is trying to be with her, all she needs to say is, have a look at my mum. I'm gonna age well. And that's all he needs to know. She's gonna age like fine wine.
I don't get
spots or anything, yeah. So you're lucky. So yeah, she's gonna age like fine wine. her mama.
Period. Alright, the next question is, how did having a child so young impacted your life?
Well, honestly, I had to grow up very quickly. My parents were pretty cool where they gave me the opportunity to grow up. So Elena lived with my grandparents for better half of her younger years, and I went back to England. I went back to school. Went back to college. I went to college. Went to university. But it made me more responsible, and I think it helped to mold me into the person I am today. So I had my first job at 16 years old, and I was earning money, and every time I would get paid every fortnight, I would send money back to Jamaica. So I packed my first barrel on my own at 16 years old, and I was very proud because it was my money from work. So it helped mold the person I am today. And I think, if I'm honest, if I didn't have her at such an early age, I would be a very petty, selfish, self-absorbed, vain person. Not saying I'm not all of those things. I'm just saying I would be worse, like 10 times worse. So I have no regrets, like when it comes on to, oh, I had a child early, because if I didn't have her and her sister, now I wouldn't have kids.
You
and that's just been
but they'd just be young.
Now in this, so when I say now, I mean like now after COVID, monkeypox, everything that's happening. If I didn't have you guys, I wouldn't want to have kids, because I wouldn't want to bring them in this type of world, because I feel like bringing a child now is going to be even more difficult for them and for the parents. It was easier with you and your sister.
So do you want any more kids?
No, thank you.
My bigger give me a little brother.
Little brother. I thought about having another child with my husband, and we talked about it, and we were like, yeah, and we decided to name the baby Grapevine London, or London Grapevine, because Grapevine is one of our favorite places to go, and London, because I'm a Londoner. So we thought about naming the child that, and then we discussed it for about a year, and then we decided that both Jessica and Elena and his daughter is growing up, and to start all over again would be slowing us down, in the sense where we have so much things going on with our businesses and stuff. So we just thought, okay, we won't have a child now, but hopefully we can influence our children that we already have to name their children Grapevine or London or something, and then we can just take those kids and just like, you know what, because we can always bring them back when we
So
want.
she want me go breed, right? And then she can just take my child and go.
Yeah, pretty much.
So like a breed, carry my pillow for 9 months and didn't have no official feet.
I mean, you can have pictures. I'm gonna post lots of pictures on social media with my glam baby.
When I get fat stretch marks and no baby to show for it.
I mean, you'll have the baby sometimes. We will bring the baby back at some point. But we would be so cute as glam parents. I tell you, I actually thought she was up the duff. And we sat down and we talked about it, and we're like, okay, this baby's gonna be beautiful. And then we were like, okay, what we're gonna do? We just like, yeah, we're gonna take the baby, and the baby's gonna live in Texas. And this was us, me and my husband, planning out this baby's future
Just because I tell her
without her.
Just because we tell her I have something to talk to her about, the first thing she gotta do is planning baby.
Yes, I was like, yes. But at first I was a bit annoyed. I was like, oh my god, I'm too gorgeous to be a grandma, you know. And then I was like, oh my god, that baby would look so cute beside me. And I love babies. And then I started thinking, ooh, where's the baby gonna live? And then we're like, well, yeah, we're gonna take the baby. Baby's gonna move to Texas with us. The baby's gonna be dual citizen. Baby's gonna live in England, have an English accent, and live in Texas and have both accents. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be gorgeous grandma. Hubby's gonna be a gorgeous, you know, glam dad. And we're making all these plans, not knowing if she's freaking up the duff. We just thought, oh yeah, she's pregnant, so we need to. And we've made all these plans, thinking about baby strollers. We were looking at antique baby baskets and stuff, and she ain't even pregnant. And I was so disappointed after when I found out she wasn't pregnant. I was like, oh.
Gang. We're not coming out the game. We're in the game. Right. How would you have felt if I had a child the same age that you did?
I think I would have been disappointed, only because I feel like you have everything in life, and I would be disappointed, but at the same time I would accept it. But I would just be disappointed because I would want so much for you. And I always say to you, I want you to travel the world, see different places, see different cultures, get to know how other people think outside the box. Not to say be more like me, but yes, be a little bit more like me, because I'm very out there, in your face. Only because I go after what I want. Like, I'm not just a good looking girl, I'm a good looking girl with degrees. I'm a good looking girl with businesses. I'm a good looking girl who's also a go-getter, that ain't scared to take a bus or taxi or nothing. I don't care. I just go where I need to go. So, but the good thing about it is you're not, so we don't have to really think about it. But I would have gotten over it if you were.
Well, me did personally make a promise to myself that I would not repeat history, because the persons that I live with up here, they said that would have happened to me.
Yeah. People always talk though.
Yeah, them said the same thing that happened to me.
That's a Jamaican thing though. I think not just them, but Jamaican thing. They always say when a young girl has a child young, that child that she has and that child is like a domino effect. Will always have a child young or younger. However, didn't happen, so happy days.
We're 5 years later. Well, 5 years later.
5.5. You're gonna be 21 in a couple of months on my birthday.
And we're still not pregnant. Alright, how different do you think things are now, like modern times, versus when you were pregnant at 14? So persons being pregnant now at 14 versus then.
So now it's more acceptable, it's more sociable. Back then it was like you were crucified, and it was like you were the worst thing ever. You were the black sheep of the family. People would put you down. You know, I remembered my uncle was like the devil was in me, and he used to put me down a lot. And other people would as well. And I always say, like, things happen. So now I have actually been to the hospital, not here, but I've been to the hospital in England, and I saw a 10-year-old giving birth, and I thought, fucking hey, that's a bit, you know. But then I noticed the boyfriend was 11. So yeah, they look like 5-year-olds.
10 and 11.
10 and 11.
Period.
No. She started her period at 7.
I'm gonna say my period to the 13.
That's what I'm saying. So because, and this is the thing about it, different places, different culture. I was shocked when I saw it. I was like, Jesus Christ. But then, you know, you look at them, you wouldn't think it, but they did. And nowadays you have it all over the world. So I mean, now it's more accepted than back then. We're looking at over 20 years ago. Back then it was like They need to baptize you. They need to rebuke you. They need to send you to pregnancy school. And I was saying to Lena, when my uncle got me into pregnancy school, I looked at him and I thought, what conversation am I going to have with these girls? Oh, wait, when did you get pregnant? Who pregnant you? Who breed you? What conversation are we going to have? We're all pregnant. And then I thought, okay, and what are we going to learn in this school? We're all pregnant. We're going to be sleeping. Because we were sleeping all the time. So you're going to have a full classroom of women just sleeping. So I thought, this makes no sense. So I didn't want to go, and I didn't. And after I had her and I went back to England, I went straight back into school. So, and it was like nothing, because good girl don't have no stretch mark. So nobody knew. And even now when I said to people, oh, you know, she's my daughter, and they look at me like, what are you? And I'm like, yes, I know, I'm fine. So it is what it is.
Alright, this is my last question. What is the best thing about being a mom?
Oh dear. Of you?
No, me and Jessica.
It's a sticky one. It's a very sticky one. The best thing about being a mom is, well, are things. I'm proud of being a mom. I love my girls a lot. They drive me bonkers. Only because I see too much of myself in both my girls, and it irritates me. I'm like, dear God, all the things I could give them, they get this trait or that trait, and I'm like, oh my God. And I'll say something and she's like, I'm just like you, and I'm like, oh dear God. And it's true, but I'm like, oh, they're very sassy, smart asses, and they get a lot of my traits, which I hope they didn't get. Like, my youngest is very vain, and my eldest is quite vain too.
No. I'm not.
Okay. And just like other little things that I do, this one, she's very private like me, very secretive like me. Oh dear God, that drives me nuts, because I was hoping she wouldn't be like that. But I think the best gift I could have ever gotten in the world was to become a mum, because it grounds me. It makes me appreciate life more and more each day. Every time they accomplish something, I'm like, oh, I did that. I gave birth to that, you know? Yeah. I feel so proud. Like, I'm one of those moms that will go to a running track or a football game and whatever, and I'm like, that's my child. Yes. I'm like, I'm definitely one of those moms that, go all out for my children. So the best thing or best accomplishment I've had so far is having two lovely girls, and I wouldn't change anything about them. Well, I mean,
Wow.
there's a few things I would change about Jessica and Elena, but I wouldn't change anything, because their little personalities make the person they are, which I laugh and excel in watching the woman Lena will become, and then the young woman that Jessica will become further down in the future, and hope to God they don't fill me with grey hairs. So, I mean, grey hairs don't work with up girl, you know. So I'm hoping don't do it. So yeah. Any other thing?
No, that's it.
Okay. So guys, this is pretty much a wrap. What else do you want to say?
Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. I will attach my mom's business pages,
Yeah.
her Instagram and her YouTube. and their TikTok.
Oh, by the way, the kids got me into TikTok. TikTok, bloody hell. So these kids of mine got me into TikTok. I look like a right muppet, yeah? When I say look like a right muppet, they got me dancing, moving to all these beats and stuff. I watched a video quite a few times. I look like a fucking handicap trying to dance. And they know I can't dance. Like,
the part that when she can't do she is just to show wine.
I'm trying to think, like, I look so awkward.
No,
oh my days, I look so awkward. I'm looking all directions, like, what do I do next? We did about 50 million takes.
She was so committed though. She was really committed
to do it, and I'm just like, bloody hell, I'm exhausted for one video. So they're not as nice as you think they are, because they're getting me into this TikTok thing. At first I was calling it TikTok, as in the mint, and they're like, no, it's TikTok, and I was like, oh my god. So now I've signed up, and I'm gonna have to learn these moves and start doing these absolute things that's going to take me a million tries to do, because I'm an old woman. I don't do these things. But guess what? I'm committed.
This minute she'll say, oh, she's young, and this minute she'll say,
I mean, that's a bit young for me, because some of the moves I'm like, well, I can't do that. But I'll try anything once except drugs. Say no to drugs, kids. But I'm very determined, so look out for the rest that I'm gonna try out with these little monsters of mine.
Oh, thank you so much. See you guys in the next video.
Thank you. Bye.